Congratulations. Well, thank you for being the boss that you are and taking the Impact Driven Style quiz on your amazing body shape. I'm Matilda Morgan and I work with incredible entrepreneurial women just like you because I am sick of people just like you not taking advantage of the main asset that we have in driving our business forward, and that is you. Your personal image, your personal brand, using it as a key marketing asset within your business. I love it. Let's do it, right? So it's okay if we haven't done that quite yet, because often with times, women will get caught up in the daily operations, daily life, potentially family, and we forget what an amazing asset we have and what we've achieved with it. So here it is, and you've started on the road to rectifying that and using you as something amazing. So how do we do that? Well, we always look at what shape you are, what your physicality is. Without knowing what shape and what physicality you have, we aren't able to really create an image that will position you as a leader and as the go-to expert in your field. So these are the basic building blocks that you have to look at for your marketing campaign, and you have started doing that. So you, as an amazing rectangle, you've got some fire in you. I can feel it. So you're a rectangle. What does that mean? Well, essentially, it means that you're gorgeous and doesn't matter. But what we want to do now that we have this information that you're a rectangle is we want to create balance. We want to create shape for you. And it doesn't matter what shape you are. You could be a triangle, hourglass, whatever. It's all the same thing. We're all looking at creating that visual balance. Without that visual perception of balance, your audience will take in unconscious cues and create doubt. And we do not want doubt, because doubt in people's minds mean they're not probably focusing on buying your offer. So I'm going to share screen. Okay, sharing screen now. And here is what you've been waiting for. This is the downloadable that you can take with you, but I'm so glad you're watching the video because I give so much more tidbits on here. Oh, you have no idea. Please tell your friends. So essentially, okay, you are an amazing, amazing rectangle. This means that you are likely that typical kind of boyish shape. You're probably athletic, tall, lean, everything that a lot of people are jealous of, right? So what do we have to take advantage of? Well, plenty of things. Thank you for asking. You've got amazing, amazing limbs. You've got an amazing, amazing lean figure. You've got the building blocks of an incredible, incredible image that you can be positioning yourself with. What we want to do is create a bit more of a figure though. So we want to add in some curves. And in particular, like the perception of curves. So that's where we want to really focus on creating shape in your waist so that you just appear more balanced rather than just like a long pole. So we can use this in a couple of different ways now that we have this information. You can use it face-to-face when you're shopping. There's so many different style tricks that you can learn. It's really important though as entrepreneurs to know what shape you are for showing up online, in particular in this day and age. So now that you know that you're a rectangle, you can know what your necklines are. And this is really important because showing up even just from the waist up means that you need to be able to invite your audience in to see you and see your positioning and see your image just through that information. So a lot of people aren't showing up appropriately either for their positioning, where they want to be. So it's hard to sell something when you're like asking for 10 grand and you're showing up as someone who only sells $5. This is done through a few different things, but it also is done through the body shape. So people will take notice of your proportions wherever they are. And it's also really important that your proportions link up with your other imagery. So if people just see you face to face and they create a perception of you and then they see you somewhere else and they go, whoa. It's different from seeing someone and go, oh, he's shorter than I expected. You want to create ease and alignment in your audience's mind. So we know that through your shape and through now your necklines. Really cool stuff. You can action this right away. So as I said before, you want to be creating shape, and a little bit of a neckline. So if you, ladies, I love you, but a lot of the time we're not showing up to our full strength. We're being really feminine and flowy, or we are being super masculine because that is who we believe that we need to show up as. Generally, the person who is going to create the most sales and get the more leads, they have the most range. Creating this range is essential. This is how you begin to create that range. So, as a rule, the more masculine the cuts, the more angular they will be. So this can really increase your power, and it's great to know that because it depends on what you want to do and how you want to appear in each setting. So sometimes you will want to appear more powerful depending on who you're talking to or your audience, and sometimes you want to switch that and go softer, have a more feminine approach. So we want to be able to use that and scale up and down the range. Duh. I thought of that just then. Focus. Okay. This is what working with me is like. We get a lot of information. So, the more feminine you are, the more softer the silhouette will be, the softer the lines will be. So these are great when you want to really ease up on that harshness. This is a great go-to when you just want to appear as structured. So usually when working with my clients, it's working on that kind of level up. And simply just working on your neckline so that you can appear as you want to appear and position your image correctly for where you are going in business. It also... No, I have nothing to add to that. Let's move on to the next exciting thing. Okay, so I've put together this little outfit and style suggestion guide. It's really cool. This is just some really basic outlines, a few different looks about what you can look at. So don't necessarily look at the colors. Until you know your color palette, don't look at the colors. What we want to do is look at what the styles are doing and how they work with creating balance for your shape, your beautiful rectangle shape. So you guys can take advantage of that beautiful flow, right? You can really, go to the cocktail party and be the belle of the ball. Everyone else can too. You guys can too. So take advantage of that flow. So this dress I love because not only does it have that beautiful off-the-shoulder vibe, it's creating that shape in the top half through the ruffles, through that. It's got waist. It comes in at the waist, and you can even add belts and different things. So it's not like you're stuck with just what is on the garment. You can add and take as you want, guys. So then it creates a beautiful shape through her waist, through the extra flow. She keeps the length through her legs, through the asymmetrical tie, and it just looks absolutely stunning. So this also does a great thing for the eyeline. It means that you're constantly following the ruffles up to her face. So using this kind of thing, even though it may not be appropriate for some more professional settings, is perfect because it means that the eyeline is following up. We always want the eyeline to follow up and end up on the face. People are not going to be listening to your boobs. People are going to be listening and wanting to give money to the face, okay? So this is a great way to do it. You guys can also... generally, you guys can relax a bit more with when you wear straps on your heels. So if you are a petite, I would be more cautious of this, but because you guys have such a lean figure, generally you don't have to worry about appearing stumpy in your legs. It's generally about creating shape with you guys over anything else. So this is another great way to create shape. It's got a beautiful strong belt, really long classic style pants. It creates shape in the top because you've got the wider neckline and also a lighter color. So you can just take advantage of everything. Again, what we will be focusing on more is the waist with you guys. You already have the proportions with your hips and your shoulders and chest being similar, similar measurements to everything. So we want to be creating that perception of waist. if you really wanted to go further, you can change the color of what is happening on your waist. This creates shape through, because it's got the wide neckline, so that instantly widens the shoulders. It's got the long sleeves, so instantly it's like creating arms and balance and shape in the top half. And then it's got this beautiful A-line skirt, so that's creating hips, right? It also goes high-waisted, so you'll notice here that everything is high-waisted. That is, again, creating that perception that you have a beautiful, beautiful waist, which we know you do. We just want to bring it out. You can also experiment with colors. So because you are not top or bottom heavy, you can have a bit more fun with what you're doing with colors. All we want to do is really bring in and show your waist, and being careful in particular, as I said before, with those necklines when you're showing up online. This is a great winter look. So whilst it's like, okay, you kind of look and you go, but Matilda, that's just a massive block shape that she's creating there with her jacket. Is it really? I don't know. One, it's really funky and cool, and two, she's actually doing it with her colours. So what she's doing is, because of the contrasting colours between the jacket and between the clothing that she has under, it means that she is creating a long, lean figure that actually comes in at the waist and creating an interest point through the jacket and everything else. And it means that she's also going to have a few cool little like outfit options that she's going to go through that day. In particular, she has that tucked in and has a waist created. So they are some style suggestions. I really hope you had fun looking at them. I have so much fun putting these together for you guys. I'm looking forward to doing some more. Please follow us, like, subscribe. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. We also have a website that you can check out. I'd love to hear some feedback from you. If you want to dive into this seriously and really cut out the BS, because I know I'm speaking to a lot of action takers here, then you can book in with us on a free 15-minute call. We have some amazing programs, and we'll find one that is right for you and make sure that your image and your marketing is as strong as it's ever been. So have an amazing, amazing, amazing day, and share with your friends.